Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody, and welcome everyone to the Lady Birds podcast. In case you are here for the very first time, we always give everybody an opportunity to get in the room, sit down, get your drinks, kick your feet up. It's going to be a hell of a ride today. I'm so excited about that because this is the last week. We had football on Thursday. So now we're literally officially in football season, people. I'm too excited about that. So now we got some stuff to really talk about, and I'm excited about this. As you guys know, we have an off season. We just been talking all year long, and because we're just that damn excited about this season. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and introduce everybody that's on here, and then we'll go ahead and say some shout outs to our audience that has been patiently waiting on this. Y'all been in this chat over here just chatting it up, I see. Good evening, folks. So you guys know, I'm your host, the mostest, the first lady of Atlanta Falcons Nation, Ms Maggie T Productions, the boss to some folks like Magnus. And right next to me, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm better known as Auntie Pam from good old Columbus, Georgia. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our show.
Yes, Miss Pam is our designated travel agent because she goes everywhere and anywhere the Falcons go, including she will be on that cruise next year. She's not even an official Dirty Bird Nest member, but hell, she might as well be because she know everybody in that crew. Rise up to her. I'm blessed to be able to kind of get in as a guest sometimes. I was like, you know what? We got perks over here. So I'm excited about that. And who's underneath Miss Pam? Introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Christy from Mississippi. Sip dirty, and I can't wait until Friday. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yes. I'm ready for some football.
Yes. Me too. Yes. I don't care what it is, what we look like, long as we just stay healthy and we see some players that we can just cheer about, and those that get the pleasure of going down there. It's my baby's birthday weekend, so I'm probably gonna, spend some time with her. She's turning 20, y'all. I'm not gonna tell you my age, but I have a 20-year-old right now. Oh my gosh. So, and she's already talking about, Mama, I kind of want to have a drink. No, we're gonna wait one more year for that.
One more year.
Maybe. I know I was drinking a little early, but I ain't gonna tell her that. So, and who's right next to Miss Christy? Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Stina B, your favorite comedian, niece, and diehard Falcons fan. And who ain't excited for football season? We are. Okay. Yeah. I want to tell you, I'm just ready for the city to be turned up because Atlanta's a special place. No matter what happens, Atlanta's a special place when it's football season. So I am. I
don't care what nobody say. We have a fan base down here. It's just they try to ignore us because we don't have the cheese heads and all this kind of stuff going on. But we got our own thing going on. We don't need nobody.
So do.
We celebrate and we party. We travel. We filled up training camp. It was like sold out for that last 3 times. They canceled it today though because of rain. But look. These players, everybody's just too excited to get out there. So let's go ahead and just get to introducing our people in the chat. Then we're going to bring in a special surprise in a couple of minutes. But let's see who's all in here saying hello. And make sure y'all share this out. I want everybody, y'all in here deep. Good. Okay.
They deep.
What's going on, Silk Legacy? What's up, Queens? It's Lady Birds Night and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's lady. Yeek. Get some. Okay. Smooth C78 says, sup, ladies, birds of AFN. Right. Tony Hall. And you know what? Thank you, Tony Hall, for the donations, along with Miss Christy, to the Red and Black Educators Fund. I'm actually getting up with Miss Bree. Because she needs some supplies in her classroom and things like that. So these donations are going to benefit our students, our teachers, and educators because they're coming out of pocket to, supply these classrooms with things. And not just stuff. Paper, tissue, sanitizer, all types of things, mask, everything, because they come back snot nose and everything ready to go. So ain't been sick of nothing the whole summer. But soon everybody get in the same building, it's on. Right. What's going on, Robert Ponder? How you doing? Will the Thrill.
Red and black.
Oh, love it. Queen Trey Way. What's
Hey,
up?
Will.
Yes.
Goddesses, y'all have a great show tonight. Won't be able to watch tonight. I'm working. You can always
Watch the replay.
Oh yeah, just leave some feedback. What's up, ATO Leo? The home team with Blackberry, of course. Another Lady Birds. Ms Porter, you already done put the word out there.
He already know.
We've been anticipating this episode. Great to see you, ladies. Rise up, make way sports. I'm gonna try to get to all of y'all. Let's see. We got Southside, John. I'm gonna get through this real quick, and I think I got everybody on this list now. Okay, Evan.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
Oh, you went here today. Okay.
Oh, he's starting today. He's starting today.
You know what? Scott Robertson, hello, ladies. Okay.
Let me stretch.
We appreciate everybody.
Oh,
Like I said, share this out. Let everybody know that we hear people.
Yes.
And if you're just kind of peeking in, go ahead and throw your red and blacks in there if you're a little shy. But let's go ahead and get into our conversation. This is our super fan series, and I'm going to be doing this throughout the season as I see fit. If I see somebody that's just repping the team harder than anything, because they say that we don't have a fan base. But damn it, we're going to highlight them
That's
today.
a lie.
We do.
That's a whole lie.
Yeah.
We
You
do.
better
A whole lot.
You better tell them. So we want to introduce somebody, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up her picture, do a little bio for you guys, and then, of course, you're going to get to see her as well. Let me go ahead and bring this up, ladies. But actually, how are you feeling today, ladies? You feeling all right?
I'm feeling
All
all right.
right.
Okay, it's been a long week. It's been kind of cold and hot in Atlanta. I don't know what bipolarness we got going on over here, but
Rainy, wet.
Just wet and cold.
We got that. I wish we got that weather. It's still 90 and hell hot.
Well,
don't worry, it's coming your way.
Don't worry about it. We're getting right back to it.
It's going that way.
It's getting rainy. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. So this is the Superfan series. We have Miss, Atlanta Falcon Nation, we are presenting the Ladybirds of special guest, Miss Lauryn Porter. You guys requested it as well. So we made it happen, people. She is host of Quarters with Porter, and she talks about all things Atlanta sports. And that's something I was trying to get into, but I just don't have the time to do it all. So I'm glad that we at least have somebody we can watch and go to that's covering it all, because that is a job in itself. Now I'm just Falcons right now. And one day I might branch off into some other things, but Lord have mercy, that's dedication. That is dedication. So let me go ahead and give you a little bit about her. She is has a deep-rooted love for Atlanta sports. From childhood fandom to lifelong loyalty, her passion never switched up, no matter the score, of course. Now, as a journalism graduate, she channeled that passion in Quarters with Porter, a platform where she talks all things Atlanta sports across all social media platforms. You can find her anywhere and everywhere, whether it's the Falcons, Hawks, Braves, or beyond. She's breaking it down in real insight. She has that hometown pride and an unshakable love for the A. Okay, yeah. Peace up, A-Town down. I'm so excited about this. So let's go ahead and introduce her, get her on in here. It's a pleasure to have more ladies join us on this panel. Just to show that we are versatile, we are smart, we love the game, and we can talk about it. So let's go ahead and bring her up. Introducing Miss Lauryn Porter.
Yay!
Yay!
I know.
Welcome.
I like the jersey number 2. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We are wonderful. We're just honored to have you on the show today. I know we've been trying to back and forth get you, but we finally got you on the show. Let's do it. I'm ready for everybody to kind of, because what we do here is, yes, we know you as the person that kind of gives all the breaking news, and they know you about that part, but we want to get a little bit about who you are as well, if you don't mind. So we want to get into a little bit about you and just kind of tell us, where are you from? And we just want to get to know the face behind the personality.
So I am from Metro Atlanta, the Cobb County area. I went to McEachern High School in Powder Springs. I know if you're from like Metro Atlanta, you probably know
Yeah.
a little bit about McEachern. So yeah, I really like I was always into sports like growing up, but going to a high school that was so like heavy in sports, especially like football. Like my very first time in the bins wasn't even for a Falcons game. It was actually for like one of my high school's football games.
Okay.
So it was like just going to like a school that loves sports so much, it just made my love for sports grow even more. So yeah, that's really where it all started. So then I went to college, majored in sports journalism, and it just all blew up from there. Yeah.
So what, I guess because it was such a heavy sports high school, that's really what influenced you. Was it anything else that kind of pushed you into that journalism major?
Honestly, I remember being like, this is really what started the whole sports thing for me. I remember being in elementary school and they would be giving out like free Hawks tickets if you read a certain amount of books.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like I would always read a bunch of books to get my Hawks tickets. And that's like my first time like going to NBA games. And so I like loved the like energy of a game being like 7 years old, seeing like Josh Smith and all those like OG Hawks players. Yeah, it was really cool. So it was like that's what started it. Then when I got to high school and I was able to actually like learn players and be more like invested into actually like learning about the teams and following the teams. And I remember like being in class like arguing with all the boys about like the Falcons, especially because the whole Super Bowl thing happened when I was like a sophomore. So it was like a lot. Yeah, going to school the next day was crazy. So
I didn't watch ESPN for months. I refused. Yes. I couldn't do it. I had PTSD, and I still do have it a little bit. So, that word is a little scary over here, but but I
over here too.
I love debating like the sports in high school, and I remember looking at women like Carrie Champion and seeing them like on the big screen talking about sports, and I was like, I want to be just like that. So that's really what like started it. Then freshman year, journalism and majored in journalism, and then I started Quarters Reporter when I think I was a junior in college because I decided like I should probably make my own brand just so like if I can start my own brand, I can work for your brand. So that's really
and that's what a lot of Falcons Nation is. We call ourselves the voice of the fans because yes, we got ESPN, yes, we got NFL Network, but they just don't represent the Atlanta sports team. Well, Atlanta Falcons for this channel, but they don't represent us like we want it, So we real, we critique them, but we have the pride and the culture to, and then of course we got our battle wounds for being the long-term fan.
Sure.
I think we earn ourselves to get in here and talk about them. So that is beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. But I'm glad to hear that you took up that journalism. And let's see. Oh, okay. We got Whit in here. She's coming in. Miss Whit, let me bring her up. We have another lady that's a part of the Atlanta Falcons Nation Lady Birds team. Miss Whit, hey.
Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good evening with our special guest.
Yes. Oh, and shout out to Whit. Whit was the one that basically was like, hey, you gotta get her on. And then it was some buzz in the chat too that y'all know who she is because you get her on. We would love to see her on the show. So shout out to Miss Whit for just making that.
Yes, I loved your content. I was like, she will be awesome on the show because you're very in depth and you're knowledgeable, and I love that because it's I love when ladies talk football. But
thank you.
I mean, we have our cheerleaders, but I love it when like she said, she has a long-term history of just watching sports, learning the sport, and I was the same way. I knew of football and everything else. I knew of the Hawks, Dominique Wilkins, all of that. Braves, Super, World Series and everything. Me and my twin, we was in elementary, middle school, and all that. We didn't quite know all the details, but I want to say close to like late middle school, high school. That's when I really start picking it up, and then of course after that was it. So, but thank you, Whit, for joining in on us, and of course let everybody know who you are before we move on to the next one.
Y'all know it's your girl Whitney J from the A Ready to Slay. I'm a tad bit late, but we got a special guest. Hey,
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So now you already kind of talked a little bit about Quarters with Porter and how with Porter, excuse me, how it started. But how long have you been? Of course, you kind of said it a little bit, but really, how long have you really been an Atlanta sports fan? And then, of course, I guess since we know when Quarters with Porter began, what keeps you going to continue doing this content? Because I know it's a lot to do.
It is. Honestly, I was kind of born into it because my dad, he's actually from DC. So he was a Commanders, Redskins at the time, fan. Okay. But when he moved to Atlanta, he decided that he was going to be a fan of like both teams. Okay. But when he had his kids, he was like, y'all live in Atlanta. He's very like, where you're born is where you're a fan of. So
I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people said a little bit louder. Where you're born, you need to be a fan.
Yes, like through thick and thin. So like he like instilled that into us. So like y'all are born in Atlanta, y'all are Falcons fans. You were raised in Atlanta, you're Falcons fans. So yeah, I was just literally born into it, like being Atlanta sports fan and just like supporting my team through the ups and downs. And like I get to see a lot of highs. I've also seen the lows. So but I don't see a point in switching up. Like I said, it's been my whole life. So through the thick and through the thin, I'll be there with them because like when we actually do win, it's going to be very satisfying. Because my mom is actually from Cleveland. So she's like a Cleveland sports fan. And I remember seeing when the Cavaliers won the first time. And she was just so excited, like crying, happy. And I was like, I can't wait for that to be like my time, like since I've been loyal like my whole life to these teams, when I finally get to see them win, instead of being like a fake bandwagon fan and just being fans of whoever's good at the time. I feel like it hits different to stay loyal to your team.
I agree.
Absolutely.
And ladies want to add into that, any questions for her about just how it all started for her and how long she's been a fan? No. Okay. We can move on to the next. Well, we got the chat saying, ATLEO said, hi, Lauren. A131 Sauce, he says, hey. Kevin over here talking about ratings. Yeah, she's here, everybody. Ratings are booming, okay? But, our ratings done shout out. Lucky Dre Murphy is not here. He will be here in a minute, I trust and believe. Patty Robinson, what's up?
Hey.
He said, Dre is on the way. Will the Thrill said, hey, Lauren. I know of that school in Powder Springs. Okay.
All right.
Blackberry, you need no intro. An intro like this Sunday on the show. Maggie be locking since we went to, you know what? Y'all have y'all conversations amongst yourselves. That's the quarter woman. See, I told you they already know who you are. So that's beautiful, though. I love it that people are recognizing you. Your hard work and dedication is definitely paying off. People are talking about you. So, we want to give you your flowers, while you can still smell them. And that's the one thing about this. We just want to highlight our big fans' loyalty because it's needed. People need to see that we just out here. Damn, we got 6 women here looking like Hollywood squares. Look out now. I love Lauren's vlogs when she goes to games. Beautiful. That's why I said I love it because it gives me the insight of the day-to-day of how it takes from getting to the game, being in the game, watching the practices and everything else. You give some people that can't be here because Atlanta Falcons Nation is international, not yet alone just Atlanta and United States. So it's a lot of people that sit here and live and breathe through us. Because they can't physically be there. So your vlogs helps them get that fan experience. So definitely keep that going, you guys. So
for sure.
When anybody that's out there just recording themselves, do it. But show Ms. Lauren some love as well. When y'all, I'm gonna put her link in the chat while we're actually talking about it. Give me a moment to do so. But let's go. And yes, hit the like. Look at y'all just promoting and just doing stuff. I ain't even gotta say nothing today. Y'all in here on point. I'm gonna put y'all on the point. So let's go ahead and get into the next one here. And then I'm gonna drop your link while we're at it. What is the experience like following the team as a dedicated fan? The question is, really, what keeps you loyal? Why? the elite
Um,
teams and all sports team?
Definitely. One thing that I really pride myself on is being optimistic. I always feel like until you prove that they can't do it, why can't they? So every season I like to go into it with like a very optimistic mindset. We've seen like teams go from absolutely nothing to Super Bowls before. So I'm like, why can't it be my team? So every season I like to go into it with an optimistic mindset, and especially like seeing them actually make moves and seeing like differences from like previous seasons to this season, and just knowing like we finally are getting like those last things that we need to really be a competitive team. That's definitely what keeps me going. I feel like it would be a little bit harder if they weren't like, if we didn't have a franchise quarterback, or like we weren't making coaching changes like we needed to. But I feel like everything that they need to do, they've been doing. So all they got to do is go out there and perform.
That's what I'm saying. We just got to see it on the field at this point. It looks great on paper. We like the rah-rahs, and yeah, we aggressive and things. But now I guess we get to start to see that a little bit this Friday and moving forward. So I'm excited, but I do feel confident that our defense will be looking a lot better this year. You know, not up to Grady Jarrett, but what it did was it push the guys to have to, okay, now we need that leader, and we need that go-to guy that's going to get these guys together. And I think I like the competitiveness that's going on right now. So to me, it's like it's everybody's job at this point. So your seat is not safe. But that's the attitude, that's the aggression. Now, James Pierce, you know, he's a little hot, but we like that.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So,
I love it.
You know, put that
Keep going.
towards the right things and right, you know, so we won't interrupt practice and things like that. But that's the kind of hungriness we need, though, from our players. You know, you know, we got the offense going against the defense. Y'all need to be challenging each other to be better. You know, that's the best thing about it. So, and you know, and then let these veterans let them know, hey, youngin, we still here now. Let me rough you up a little bit and get you right. So we're gonna go ahead and get through this thing. So I see Karina Atkinson. Hello, beautiful ladies. Hey,
Karina.
Hey, Karina.
Yeah, that's the super fan we just had about a couple of weeks ago as well. She is everywhere there is to be, and she's always on somebody's TV. A camera's always in her face because she's just, you know, you can't miss her. You know, she's always the one dancing and hyped up in the dirty bird nest. So, and I'm sure you might run into her this season if you haven't already.
I hope so.
But yeah, I'm just loving all of it.
She's good.
You know, and yeah, she's definitely good. She actually has a birthday coming up in September. I'm gonna she's is inviting some people for the fans to come through, and of course we're gonna be in the building with her in September. All right, let's go ahead and get right into the next conversation. And then, like I said, after this, we'll probably get into some football talk because we want to talk about these Falcons in a minute. Since now we know why you know are loyal to the team, and that if you are a fan, this is 60 years of no Super Bowl win. Didn't really make the playoffs, and all of that for a while. My question now is, we still have some memories though. So there are some benefits of this being in this culture. And it can go from when you started being a Falcons fan. It doesn't have to be current or anything like that, but just overall, share some memorable moments that sticks with you when, you know, if you met the players, some of the coaches, the fans that come up to you, and just attending these games. And that can be kind of overall, since you're, you know, Hawks, Braves, all the above, you know, just some memorable moments.
I think definitely really last season, like that time where we were 6-3, like that whole period, and like the whole swag surf Kirk, that like showed me how like fun things will be when we're really like consistently fun and competitive and winning games, because that was like the most fun I've had as a Falcons fan in like a really long time. Like all the fans were happy. We were at the games having fun, post games having fun. So like that's what makes me so excited for this season, because I know that we can have that again and that it'll be consistent this time. So definitely that, like the Bucks win, that was probably like in week 5, like the best game that I've ever been to. Like winning in overtime, like that whole night was a blur. Like it was just so much fun, like getting to witness. That's why I say like I like to be loyal to my team, because then when it's moments like that, they like hit on a whole nother level because this is your team for real. So yeah. And then like I don't know, like I grew up more in like the Matt Ryan era than the Michael Vick era. So I know a lot of people I really like Michael Vick, like, but I didn't get to grow up with him as my quarterback. I grew up with Matt Ryan as my quarterback. So getting to see his like induction into the rings, like the
Ring of Honor, yeah.
Yeah,
Ring of
the
Honor.
Ring of Honor. That night was really cool. Like getting to see him, that was nice.
Oh,
And
you had a chance to go to that?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that was the Thursday night. That was a Thursday night Bucks game.
Okay.
Yeah, like that night.
Okay.
That night was
they
great.
had a ceremony after that as well to honor him as well too.
Yes.
Which was nice also. And they had all the players come out there speak some good things about him. People just gave him a lot of, it was love-hate situations over here, but I'm just loving that everybody is starting to and just think about it. You know what? He's one of the best quarterbacks in this franchise.
Definitely.
Put some respect on his name.
Yes. I do
Stop
not
playing with him. Stop playing with him. Talk about, is he a top 15 quarterback? What are you talking about?
Of course
I
he
saw that
is.
comment. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight for number 2.
He's still an MVP, so I mean, it is what it is.
Period.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, Matt, don't make me fight. Anybody else? Anything else that's memorable for you?
Honestly too, like this isn't the Atlanta Falcons, but like with the Atlanta Hawks, like last season I got to be a part of their like creator collective, and that was really cool, getting to like hands-on work with the Atlanta Hawks and like make content for them and get invited to go to games and events, and like I got to speak on a panel to like a bunch of high school kids about Porter's Reporter with them. So that was like really cool to be like noticed by one of the Atlanta sports teams and like to like actively work with them and for them to like appreciate my content, because I've been doing this for like, this is going to be my 3rd Falcon season doing like the content. So yeah, it's really cool to like finally be at a point now where I'm being like the hard work is paying off. So
that's awesome.
Good for you. That is so awesome.
Are you thinking about getting
an interview on podcast on here, or do you kind of have you been doing a lot of interviews lately? Of course, I know everybody's kind of knowing you now. What is it like? I'm sorry, Miss Witt. I know you had a question too. You can answer that in a minute. But has it just really since the 3 years? When did you feel like it picked up for you a lot?
I would say honestly, last season, like probably when. I would say like after like 3 games is when like I think it was just honestly all the hype around the Falcons and then me making content at the same time just kind of like collided with each other. And like, cause that was really the first time in a long time I've seen the Falcons like talked about in the media and like people actually talking about them like in a positive way and not in like a negative way. And like Kirk Cousins' face was everywhere. Even like Bleacher Report was posting about them a lot, like in all those media sites. So I feel like it was a combination of like them being talked about a lot and then me making content to where it just kind of like blew up.
And Miss Witt, you had a question. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. I just wanted to ask you, Lauryn, like, are you considering getting a media pass or anything for the Atlanta Falcons? I know that's our aim in the future is to get a media pass.
Definitely yes, because I really want to like, especially this season, like take things to like the next level and like be at a point where I can like hands-on like be like that inside reporter and like be able to like, because right now it's like I get all my information from those people who are going to like those events and being able to like interview the coaches and the players. So like I want to get to a point where I can be that person like giving that information.
And you're speaking that to existence. And of course, you're going at a pace that it will definitely happen for you. And then you're young. You just the sky's the limit at this point. And we would look, I'll be so just blessed to say, hey, we had her on the show and look at her now, that type of deal. And of course, we're trying to get out there in the media pass too and everything, because we're really trying to build a platform of just women that love sports. And now I'm recognizing that the sports scene is showing a lot of more of us commentary and being on the sideline. It's not just Pam. I'm not Miss Auntie Pam, but there are a lot more women out there that just want to talk about the game, and it just brings a diversity to just who to talk to and who to hear. So a young lady, a little girl that's coming up and herself that wants to go into journalism is like, I look up to Porter because she's been doing this, and she's doing it with grace, and you just you don't know who you influence from doing this, So keep it up, keep it pushing. We just continue, guys. To the link is in the chat. Follow her on all social media platforms. Let her know that you saw her on Atlanta Falcons Day if it's the first time you've ever seen her. And let's go ahead and get into the next one. We want to get a little bit into the team itself. So let's do it. Because, of course, they hear us enough, but I would love to hear some perspectives from you. How do you feel? And then, ladies, you guys can kind of throw in a couple of extra questions here because she's hanging with us a little bit today. But we, of course, we are the Atlanta Falcons Nation, like I said, and let's talk about the team. Were you satisfied with the draft picks, and who do you hope will have a breakout season this year?
I absolutely love the draft picks. Like, I feel like this draft class is the best draft class that we've had in years since like last time we made the playoffs type of draft class, because I feel like every single guy has the potential to make an instant impact, and we haven't had a draft class where every player has made an instant impact, especially like some of the guys like might even get cut this year from like past draft classes over the last like 3 years. So it's like, it's crazy that we have such a strong draft class of people. And then like even the veterans on the team are speaking so highly of them and talking about how they're all so serious. Like, they're not playing around. They're asking questions. They're getting involved. They're running with the ones. Like, being able to hear all of that and just know like how strong the potential of this draft class is. And then it being defense, like what we needed going into this season, that's what makes me excited too. Like, they didn't just go in there just picking players to pick them. Like, I feel like every player was picked with intention, and that's what I really like. And I really want to see, honestly, James Pierce Jr. have like a great season, especially because so many people try to paint such a negative like connotation of him, and like they try to act like we were wrong for taking him in the first and that we should have never picked up. So I just want him to prove everyone wrong and have like an amazing rookie season, double digits, defensive rookie of the year. Like, I want all that.
He got a lot to say. So he's already saying a lot in the training camp. So I feel like we're gonna know that name before you know it. And then, of course, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to make that final roster. Because, like you said, some people might not make it. But one thing about the Falcons is they do kind of go into the practice squad and everybody that, they kind of alternate. So some people might not make the final roster, but they might be hanging on the sideline just in case to kind of alternate that. That's one thing I can say about
other teams don't get them.
He's all about saving the cap and holding on to some players and using them when it needs to. But we just need to make sure that our coach used them properly, so we can have a competitive team here. Because honestly, we really should have been in there, but we're not going to talk about that. Well, we could maybe later. What happened? Because we run the South. People know that, so they say right about that. Y'all don't know this now because we got a defense. Okay.
Yes.
I'm excited
about that one. Any other questions regarding just who you guys feel like is going to have a breakout season?
I say it's basically when we went to training camp, it's so many players that's highlighted. I know Jalen had a bit of a tweak in his hamstring, but he's back on the field. And I mean, James Pierce Jr., he's been stepping out as that number one that's being chatted about, but I'm sure Walker will bring the heat with him.
And he's coming back out soon, right? Or he's been practicing a little bit limitedly.
Yes.
About that? Yeah.
They limit him.
Okay.
Yes. Then they said that some of the undrafted players like Kobe has been excellent. Now they said Kobe has a bit of an injury that was put out today, but he's still doing drills and different things like that. It's just I'm excited because this is a great draft class. I think we haven't had a great draft class, like Lauren said, really since Grady Jarrett and Jake Matthews came out. Really, honestly, and we had a big gap in that, but I'm really excited to where the team can go and the youngins. And just like Raheem said last year, he's making sure those players who don't make it, they still look attractive to other teams, and I still respect his ideology with that.
I like that because somebody is going to want them. So it's like, don't come out here slacking because somebody else could be interested in you. And I love that you said that because actually, you know, us being there actually at the draft party, it was just the excitement for the first time. You didn't have people cussing and hitting the TV and, you know,
yes, to hear that cheer was crazy.
We said this man's name before he even got called. They was
we
did.
Oh yeah, I knew it. I literally knew it.
It was just it was electrifying, and of course we left too early thinking it was over with. Then they said, "Oh, we got one more."
They trade back in, and yes.
But that was a fun experience. This is the first time in my, you know, that I also been just completely satisfied with the draft. So, and I'm feeling real good about it, ladies. Anybody else have anybody that you feel that you hope to make an impact this season?
I think a lot of
our. Go ahead, Christy. No,
I was just thinking that because of our draftees, that a lot of veterans have been energized to play. So it's going to be good to see that. It's going to be interesting to see our QB3 play this Friday. Because they're not going to play Penix or Kurt. So I think it's going to be interesting to have an opportunity to see him too this Friday. Preseason.
Yeah, I definitely want to see the third and fourth string quarterback performs. I just want to see what they got, you know.
Yeah, what's in there?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for Friday because he said we're gonna see a lot from the rookies. So I'm like, James Pierce are gonna unleash him to another team's offense. So
excited. And the fact is, I am looking forward to see the kicker because Koo is having a battle in camp right now. So I'm interested to see how the draft international, how he looks on a game day.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Miss Stacy, Stina B, I'm calling you Stacy. My bad. You had some add to one of your breakout people?
Yeah, I literally was going to say what Whitney said about Koo fighting for his life right now. As much as we love him, because it's about time he had some legit competition. You know, Koo, I love him, but you know, last season we got to see him not be the number 7 we needed him to be. Well, no, he's 6 now, but y'all know what I mean. But that he's 6 now. But yeah, it just really just shook me about that. So it's good to see that not only he has competition, but he has good competition. And I don't know, Koo, you want to get a bionic leg or something to pull this out? I don't know. He's looking good, just like Whitney said. And to Lauren's point as well, I just wanted to say that with the draft, like we literally only had 5 picks. So it was nail biting from the beginning. So for us to even pull out what we did, I mean, the smartest decisions we've made, like you said. So I agree 100%. We're going to be in tune to this one for real. I can't wait.
What you said about those kickers, though, we do hold on to kickers when we feel we just got to hold on to them. But now it seems like we'll see. It's kind of interesting. And of course, that's kind of around the league. Everybody has to prove themselves. Cow pits. You know, so everybody has to prove themselves.
A number 8 shot there.
I'm just saying, you know, of course, we're realists around here, but you know, I'm happy to see that he's healthy. They also limiting him as well, just to make sure, you know, he's careful. I know a lot of people give our coach some slack about why we not gonna see this. You know, it's like he's calculating his steps. You guys just trust the process at this point.
Right.
We just want there because it's 3 games and we got to be careful. But at the same time, some teams, they let them play. But you do take a risk.
Yeah, Kansas City let them play.
Steelers let them play. Certain teams do, but at the same time, it's just a discretion of what the coaches feel is best for these players. So just hopefully there's a lot of strength and conditioning and things that's going on in the background. Because from what I can say, that these players really have been working out before training camp. They're really taking this seriously. Even I think it was Bijan. How you say it now? Is it Bijan?
Bijan. Like Bijan.
He said he wasn't getting up as early as he should have been, but now he's dedicated to waking up early and getting his stuff together because he's really taking his position seriously. He was just on a couple of shows, just kind of showing some love to the Falcons and just the love of the game. And Karina said here, I will be the Dirty Bird Nest screaming for my team next Friday, and in Dallas with the Rise Up Tour fan club doing the same. This will be a good year. I'm excited. Anybody notice?
All right.
Morris, girl, I'm telling you, that's our super fan right there. Anybody notice even Raheem Morris sounds more in control and determined? Yes. They call him Brick, y'all, an old effect. I love it. And
Brick. Yeah, Brick.
Brick got that defense on fire. And I don't know if y'all been paying attention to those press conferences. Those defensive players been hella shady towards Jimmy. It's been a lot. It's been hella shady.
But it does take the right coach to come in with the right attitude and utilize these players. And they was saying, like, man, even the Rooks was saying, because some of the question was asking, what's different from college to the pros? And it's like it's a lot more aggressive. It's something I'm used to, but it's times 10 at this point. So you got to get in here and really pay attention. And study and, get in here and ask these veterans and things like that, what's going on? So I love to see that leaders are truly being leaders. Because if anybody ever seen an episode that we had with, I think it was Chuck Smith. It was one of those stories. What's that sound? Somebody eating? I don't know what it is.
I'm not sure.
Oh, is that you, Christy? You moving around? Oh, okay. She's having some issues. Okay, I was like, what is for my fried chicken? But anyway.
That's not me this week.
That's not you this week. But I want to say, I don't know, it was Keenan Forney. It was a couple of people that we had, former football players, y'all. Shout out to them. Where they said basically it used to be where veterans who had that captain on their chest, they was really truly leaders and leading letting these rookies know, hey, I'm going to teach you the right things and the right ways to go about things. We need that veteran presence in the locker room on all across the field. Quarterback, wide receivers, all of that. We need it all. Defense, everywhere we can get some competition. That's just great. And I love that they just are happy to be out here in 90-degree weather, 100-degree weather.
I'm telling you.
Even the rain.
Put on pads and get to it. So he says, I can't wait to see the defense this season. Says somebody's eating some cracklings. Somebody making bacon out here. Okay.
Let's see what the noise was.
Okay, so we kind of got our breakout season and everything else. Who you think it's going to be? But let's get into it a little bit from the fan perspective, Lauryn. Are you satisfied with training camp so far? And what are your expectations with the upcoming season? It's going to be record-wise, coaching-wise, all of the above.
I'm definitely satisfied with training camp so far. I feel like after Friday, then things are going to really start to get real with like starting to cut players for real and like really starting to see what needs to be done, like next moves for, the rest of the few weeks left of off season. So I feel like after then we'll have even better perspective of which way the team is moving. But I feel like thus far, like we've seen a lot of good things from rookies, like you were speaking about, like all the different competition. Like I feel like Raheem Morris is doing a good job of making sure everyone is putting in 100% work, even like the starters, like people who know their spots are secured, like Drake London and Bijan are still putting in like 100% of the work. And I feel like that just goes to show how great of a coach he is because, you know, other teams will have all this drama with holdouts and players not coming and people not like showing 100% like commitment to the team. I feel like the Falcons haven't had that this offseason at all. Like all the players want to be there. They show up. They even practice after, like Kyle Pitts and Michael Penix are working out beyond when they have to. So it's like, I feel like that just goes to show what kind of coach he is and what kind of players we have on our team and how excited they are and what they know the potential of what this team can be. So they're doing their part to make sure that we actually become what everyone knows that we can be. And like my expectations for the season, without a doubt, playoffs. It really was supposed to be last year, like we were saying, but you know, technical difficulties, Kirk Cousins, injuries, like just so much went left the second half of the season. But we still were like that close to making it. I remember being at the Washington game and I was like, oh my God, like I was stressed out because I was like, our playoffs are basically on the line for this game. Like, because if we win, we're basically going to the playoffs. If we lose, we're cooked. So when it came down to kick and we lose the field goal, it was like, wow. I just saw the playoffs like go away in front of my eyes. So it was like being that close for another season was just like, ugh. But I know going into this season, like I said, I'm very optimistic. So going into this season, knowing how close we were last season, and we basically have the same roster with a better defense. So there's no excuse for us to not make the playoffs. And I think we can win playoff games too.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. And I like that you said that the fact that, and I did notice that these players are just they've been ready since training camp started, OTAs and everything. They were just out there just because you don't want to sit back and get rusty. And a team that's hungry like that, it's like there is no sleep.
Exactly.
There is no sleep. There's no sit down. Yeah. Especially if you know what we are capable of being. You know, we was about to win that South and just run with it. It's just circumstances that happened that caused it to like, oh, and we're just tired of that. Oh, yep, we're up. Then it's there we go. Oh, there we go. So we saw the potential. We saw the swag circle. We saw the excitement, the fans, the energy, the players, the locker room celebrations, everything. You could just tell that this team loves to be around each other. There isn't nobody's, there's you know how you have these people that bad in the locker room and bad energy and keeping even Kirk Cousins got his little notebook and just like, okay, what I need to be doing because I'm perfectly fine being a backup. I'm okay with that. Just give me my job and what I'm going to be doing here because at the same time with Kirk Cousins, somebody's going to be possibly looking for a quarterback or hell, we might have a great backup quarterback.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation.
I ain't mad about it.
I'm not mad.
I mean, as much money we gave him, we better be glad.
Child, we should buckle into the seatbelt right now.
Absolutely. I see some people late to the chat. It says, he said, Maggie, don't let Nyght Ryder. Yeah, Nyght Ryder, if you in the chat, don't be popping up in here. This is ladies' night tonight, and I will drop you off here. Okay. He said, I love Diggs. Great. Jaron, there's a Patriots fan in here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's the same one that be trolling all the time. My God. Ain't your team doing something? I forgot I ain't gonna cuss. We got a guest today.
Look, we keeps it raw and real here sometime. And I see, man, listen, they're both getting better, but I really notice a conscious effort from Mike to get Cal the ball or even target him so he can feel like he's part of this offense. Sup, y'all? Jerome said he's sorry. Hey, AFN. Lady Birds, thank you for being here. Hey, you're late. That's okay. You can always go back and rewatch. Share this out. Leave feedback. The home team said Michael Penix has expressed heavily how involved Pitts and London will be in the scheme. Telling you, man.
Love to hear it.
If we won, we probably don't get Jalen. Such a nip and tuck thing where a win and a loss can impact. You're right, because it places us in a certain, area, so
position.
We did good. Raheem is like we will show you instead of just talking about it in this season. That's right, Karina. But did you see I like that. Jerome said, did you see the pep in pit step in? Yeah, he looked motivated in training camp. He looked motivated.
Motivated, yeah.
Yes, he did.
He motivated because that money on the line.
He was in there stepping too.
Telling you,
folks, like even just going to get his media, his badges and stuff like that. They were looking at him. He don't need to be strutting in there like that. He need to be just walking up and checking in. People, come on, give him some peace, give him some space, give him time.
Yeah.
Y'all want to creep. That's one thing about our fans. We are passionate. Lady Bird in the chat. Miss Christie had to jump off because she was crackling chicken a little bit, but it's okay. Yeah. Evening, everyone. Okay, nobody make this sound. You're late on a show, Magnus. That's a whole difference. Okay, you're late to an episode. Whole difference. We got Kevin. We got Larry. Falcons by 10. All right, so let's go ahead and move along. To the next one. These guys are so silly in chat. I do have a question.
They are.
For you, and then we can kind of get into some more things too. If you want to hang with us and everything. Do you think Raheem has learned from his mistakes last year and will improve in coaching with hopes of a better season?
I think he definitely has, because I feel like Raheem Morris, we all saw it with like the players' rankings of the coaches. They all ranked him as a top coach. So I think he knows that especially his job is going to be on the line if he makes the same mistakes that he made last year, because those mistakes unfortunately costed us games and eventually costed us the playoffs. But I feel like people do need to give him more slack. I think people's hatred for him is kind of crazy. I don't think he should have been fired after 1 year, especially because he was walking into a situation that was kind of already crazy. So I feel like for what it was, he had a great first year. The mistakes that he made, unfortunately, did cost us the playoffs. But I think that he'll definitely learn from them this year, because, he said it himself, we got to get those things right this year. And then I feel like he also has a better defensive coordinator who's worked with a lot of teams that he knows how to win. Jeff Ulbrich, I feel like him being in the coaching room is going to just get everyone more sharpened. So I think he can learn from Jeff Ulbrich. He can learn from Zach Robinson, and that going into this year, just the coaching room will be stronger. So he'll make less petty mistakes like that. And it's his second year. So that was his first year, had to get the first year kinks out. So hopefully this year.
Anybody know the history of Atlanta Falcons? You got to give these coaches, especially first-time coaches, some grace. Give them
that was his first time being a head coach in years. Because the last time was
second time.
Yeah, last time he was the head coach was a crazy situation too. He was jumping into a crazy situation. So
You're right.
Yeah.
He
was a rookie back then.
Yeah.
He was young,
And I felt like I think the Falcons, when they was like, we're gonna give you the interview at that time, they was like, you know what? Maybe you're not quite ready yet. I'm gonna allow you to spread your wings, get your experience and things like that. Then they got him back again, and I guess something in them sparked him to say, you know what, this is the guy for the job. And a lot of people was kind of upset about it. It was a mixed reviews about that. And then going into the season the way it did, it was like, oh man, just let him go. But it's like, we got to remember, guys, when you just keep alternating the coaching staff like that, you don't give these players an opportunity to develop correctly.
Yes.
And it gets, that revolving door can affect these players a lot. At one point we didn't even have a quarterback coach, you guys.
Oh no, we didn't.
Kyle Pitts played with different quarterbacks, and it's You know,
We
we
need
got to have
stability.
the big thing is we got to have the right coaching staff in place to get these players to where they need to be. That's where it starts from the beginning. And I felt like they did address that, and they can still address that as they finish up and finalize this roster at the end of it. Now we really get to see who really wants to be here and who truly deserves to be here. And we can see what the coaches have learned from. So I'm just excited about it all. Definitely. Let's see. Yes. I see some comments here. It says, what's good, talented Mr. Ripley? How you doing? Yeah, I'll go ahead and continue to share this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
If you chat, throw some red and black in it. Say hello to Lauryn. The link to her link tree is in the chat. If you want to follow her on all social media platforms. I see Jerome said, I agree, Kevin. Penix believe in him, and he hasn't been this excited since he thought we were trading for Deshaun Watson. Remember, he deleted his tweet. So, you know, and let's talk about Kyle Pitts. So Penix is just excited about the guy. And, you know, because Penix also, you know, he was in there for the last, few games of the season. He was only practicing with the second team at the time. Now he was able to get into here from day one to work with people that he needed to work with. You know, I think they were saying he was dropping some passes a couple of times, but it's practice, people. Calm down. Calm down.
I think it's very dramatic.
It can get you know, so just give it time. He's a rook still in my eyes. A lot of coaches get put in situations where they're just placeholders. They weren't supposed to be in that position to begin with. He grew and won a chip with LA. He's different, has his boy Brick. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Would have gotten more money on the market. Lindstrom helped secure that deal. That's his boy. I forgot y'all are an hour ahead. I'm in. Okay, you're in Tennessee. Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in. You guys can always rewind this back and leave some feedback and everything else. So, any other questions, ladies? That's kind of all I got about Raheem. Any other questions you want to ask, Lauryn?
I'll say we all know he definitely need to make sure he work on his timeouts this year. But
took the words out my mouth. Took the words out my mouth with. If I ever see him pull a stunt like that again, I'm telling you, I'm be on the field myself.
I don't think he's gonna make that mistake again.
I think he learned from it.
Brick got him this time. Got to.
Yeah, I think Brick really got it. Then our offensive coordinator, our special teams. I think we just have a good pot of players. So I do want to ask Lauryn, who do you actually think D. Alford will lose his spot?
I think that there is definitely a chance for him to lose his spot just because, like, I think I could see like kind of the way that Raheem Morris is trying to develop the rookies. Like he hasn't just like instantly put them with the ones. So he's been like rotating a lot of people like in all different types of positions. So I feel like honestly, I think one of the rookies can definitely take his spot just because, you know, he's so inconsistent. So I think honestly, Raheem Morris is trying to show him like your spot is not secure, my boy. So I do think his spot can't get taken. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's anybody's job at the same. In addition to that, it's like Billy Bowman, De Niro. Okay. It says I think D starts week 1, but Xavier holding it down with the ones.
Yeah. Xavier Watts, I've seen like a lot of, I know we were talking about like veteran presence earlier. I see a lot from like Jesse Bates in the locker room, like being a big veteran presence for the guys. Like I saw that clip of him talking with like Xavier Watts and Kobe Bryant. So I feel like he's taking on that veteran role and like kind of like putting them under his wing. So, and I've heard a lot of things about Xavier Watts about how he's very similar to how Jesse Bates was as a rookie. So that makes me excited. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, these vet spots might be getting snatched up by these younger guys.
And it's kind of nothing wrong with it at the same time, you know. So it's gonna be that final roster is gonna be very, very interesting. I could definitely say.
I think
It
he'll make
is.
the 53-man. I just think he might be like third string, like second or third. I think that starting position might be cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Helms is back. I mean, there's a lot going on, but I am proud and happy as a fan that we have something that we haven't had in a while, other than defense. It's depth. I am so excited that we see that even with players and switching out, that we have depth at damn near every position. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I feel like something the team was lacking last year. There wasn't a lot of depth, especially in the corner room, safeties, defense in general. There was no depth.
Yes.
Even O-line,
no depth.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm glad. Because, in football, that's something that will hurt your team very quickly is not having depth. That's why I'm like, I do not mind that Kirk Cousins is still on the roster. I know a lot of people have their mixed feelings about that, but God forbid.
I'm glad he's on the roster.
We know
God forbid. Okay.
Literally, we know that we have backup people that can still come in and perform at a high level. So that's we don't have to worry.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like because it's any game on a Sunday, and we just don't know what to expect throughout these seasons of these players. They're putting it all out there. So it's a nice way to say, hey, well, at least we have somebody that is showing themselves that they still got it. And when he was healthy, we was getting it. So why not have a backup that we could, if we don't have to see him? Well, I hope we don't have to see him anytime this season.
Yeah, definitely not.
But
do not wish for it. But it's like I'm glad we have depth in every position to know that, like, God forbid something does happen, we know that our backup, the third string, will still be strong. Because I know even with the Darnell Mooney injury, like, he's out for we don't even know how long. But we know that there's backup wide receivers that can step up into that position. And we're not just automatically like, oh, my gosh, we don't have a receiver. Like,
scrambling. Yep.
And I like that. I like that we can just, plug and play. Just, hey, it's your turn right now. So, and we don't skip a beat. And then what I do like about the seasons when it is the rooks and sometimes it's the the unspoken players that don't get to shine, because now that we have a different defensive coach, offensively we pretty much where we need to be, a couple of tweaks here and there. Now we might start seeing the unsung heroes in the background that kind of comes up, and it's like, what, now you're properly using me. You're getting to start to see some of those players like, I don't even know where did he come from? That's who I like to see. All the people that are not getting all the big hype in the media, just going up like, damn. Because honestly, teams, when they build in the trenches, and just slowly be behind the scenes and bettering themselves, and then all of a sudden, boom. I like the undercard. I like that we are undercards and everything. Nobody expect us to be anything. And then it was buzzing a little bit last year because whatever. We didn't need all that. But I want to build a stronger and scarier competitive, where it's like, oh, we're going to get off by a field goal. No, we need to be where people don't know our team as far as being predictable and everything else. You don't know which way we're coming because we got versatile players that can play in any position. So I love that what we're building here, and it's going to take time. Give it time, ladies and gentlemen. But I feel like we will be in the NFC South winning it for quite some time. That's just my saying. I need Kobe Bryant to change that 37. I don't know why. Laugh out loud, De Niro.
I think that he has to wait until he makes the 53-man to change his number. Yeah.
Don't forget Elms can make Fuller spot expendable. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are forgetting about the players that the Falcons signed prior to training camp and everything, like Leonard Floyd. Like, that's a multi-sack player, basically his whole NFL career. Like, let's not forget.
Morgan Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
even Divine Diablo.
Just talking about that Divine, them damn Diablos is gonna be a big surprise. Y'all watch that dude. Yeah.
Divine.
I see a question from Christy. It said, "What does Lauryn think of our recent free agency selection?" I think you was kind of getting into that. What do you think about them?
I definitely feel like every single move, like I was saying earlier, has been very intentional, and they've all been smart. Like we haven't been just overpaying people or just throwing money around. Like every single person that we picked up there's a reason for it. Like whether it be on the D line, the corner room, safety room, whatever it may be, even the wide receivers with like DJ Shark. I think everything's been very intentional. Everything's been good. Like I'm excited to see that the front office is like trying to fill in those final spots of things that were like kind of shaky. We've added a lot of depth through the free agency, even with like the free agent rookies. Those were like amazing pickups. I feel like a lot of them are going to shock a lot of people. And I really want to see more from them as well. I feel like it's been kind of quiet on like hearing about like Nick Nash and all those guys. Like I want to hear more about them. But yeah, I definitely really do like all of the free agency. I feel like this is the best off season that the Falcons have had in a really long time, as far as like draft, free agency, even like the rookies that we picked up. Everything has just been like good. So now it's just who's gonna make the 53-man.
Well, I think with that, also with the media team saying, "Hey, don't record, don't do this," they're probably not giving us everything. You know, some of the people that just are popular, you're going to hear their names anyway, because that's just how the media swarms around these players. So, like I said, you're going to get the people that aren't getting the microphones in their faces that you're going to start seeing when the pads come on, the game starts. You'll start seeing those things. But I feel like they just been kind of hush a little bit. They give us a little bit of what they're doing, but they don't want to give us everything and every weapon that's going to be out there. So I feel like we will see a lot more of that. And home team said, yes, experience does still matter. Absolutely. We're not saying that the veterans are going anywhere, but you might see some rookies kind of taking the throne on a couple of these battles now. So
I feel like in general, the team is very young. Like everyone is between, like most of them are between the ages of like 21 and 26, even like the veterans. So it's like, I think us having such a young team does like a lot of good for us, because these guys are like growing up together in a way. Like it's crazy because like Michael Penix, I know a lot of people call him old, but I'm like, I don't feel like 25 is old to be a quarterback. Like that's crazy. We see quarterbacks play till 40. I don't understand. Kirk Cousins is even pushing 40. I don't get it.
As long as he's healthy and everything else, and look, I would rather have a quarterback that's gonna be here long term, that's just gonna be taking us beyond, and what we getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 wins and everything else. That's what I'm hoping for. And then of course, with age and experience, and the team grows with one another. You come to a team that you got all roads leads to Atlanta at that point. It's like you got to face the Atlanta Falcons, and people like, oh man, I don't know about this team. That's what I'm waiting on. That's where I want to play the.
That's how I feel like kind of the like 2016 playoff team was. Like a lot of those guys have been playing together. They had like great chemistry, and I feel like this team has that same kind of chemistry where it's like everyone loves playing with each other. They love playing for their coach. So that's why I'm like so excited about this season, because it's like the vibes are just finally, it's good vibes. Like I feel like when Arthur Smith was head coach, I never saw these guys like all hyped up and happy. It's like I don't know what was going on in that locker room, but it was not good.
You see,
FedEx boy, he must not be named.
It's but and you can tell, because these players, like Chris is saying, what's unique is our rookies want to play here, and their hunger and fight for the roster spot is showing, as well as you see how they hype each other up. It's like they'll ask a question. It's like, so what do you think about this player? It's like, man, he's my brother. We do this and that. He's making me better, because they're complimenting each other. They're it's not just I talk about me. It's like, no, we are a team. And this guy, his challenges is helping me get better. Just like the whole Pierce, Bergeron's situation. It was like I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's just healthy banter that it is. We got it together after that, and then we moved forward from it. But let's stop focusing on that negative part of things when you're trying to spill it, because the media team don't have much to go with. Look at it as that these players are just passionate, and now we just need to learn how to control that energy, the emotion, that passion, and put it into something where we be the best damn players we can damn be on that field. And I love it. Not early, but halfway. It's that damn Diablo. Say his name. Oh, Nick. He appears. On that, we getting ready to just kind of so Ms. Lauryn, is anything else you kind of want to talk about? Anything you want, anything that's on your mind since you've been kind of watching the team and everything else?
Not really. I feel like I was saying earlier, I'm excited for like the first preseason games this Friday, because I feel like that's what's really going to finally show like how this offseason. I'm sorry if y'all can hear my dog, but if this offseason is really gonna how this offseason really like moving and how the players are going to work together. And especially because I feel like there's so many, like we were saying, there's so much depth. We're going to get to see a lot of those guys that we haven't got to hear about much from, because obviously we're not going to see Drake London on Friday. So people like Nick Nash and people like DJ Shark, like we finally get to see them in an offense, even though it's going to be Easton Stick. Like, what if Easton Stick go out there and go crazy? So it's like, I'm very excited to see like everything put together, jerseys on the field, running the offense, running the defense. And there's like a lot of things, because I feel like people try to say that like a lot of Falcons fans are being delusional about Michael Penix and like, oh, how do you know that he's like your franchise quarterback? But I feel like just in those 3 games and then just knowing how he performed in college shows me enough to know that he has the potential to be our franchise quarterback for years and years and years to come. Even offensive coordinator said we're one of the offense that took them to the national championship, the Washington team. So that's like, I feel like exciting to hear, and I can't wait to see it actually all play out in preseason, and then of course season starts. And
I agree with you. Of course, it is all got to take place on the field, and everything else is just. And then fans, we got to just be realistic. Get some growing pains in and out of there. Don't start DMing these folks and off with their heads, and all that. It's going to take some time, get over the jitters and everything else. But I do feel like that what's happening now is like they're building a win now team and a competitive team for the future. Like you said, we're getting younger, we're getting stronger, we're getting bigger,
faster too.
Longevity from this team, I really do. So, and we pretty much was doing decent. I can at least say for the first half of these seasons, so we had a glimpse, especially with Michael Penix in there, of what to expect with this team. So be a little optimistic.
I feel like, especially with Penix, what impresses him the most about me is that like especially that Washington game, he played like that, and that was like he just started working out with the ones. Like he's a left-handed quarterback at that. So it's like the fact that he was able to even make touchdowns and be able to throw the ball across the field the way that he did, and he's been practicing with them for 2 weeks. It's like, that's why I'm like, imagine a full off season. It's going to be even crazier. Like, he's going to be able to do even more. Like, they're going to be more comfortable with a left-handed quarterback. Not everyone, that's rare. Like, not everyone plays with left-handed quarterbacks. And then he's working with Vic, who's a left-handed quarterback. He's working with Matt Ryan, who's known for being able to make touchdowns, throw the ball. So I feel like all the help that he's getting, and like the way that everyone, even Patrick Mahomes, is like, watch out for Michael Penix. Like, he's going to be able to do some things. So that makes me really excited about him. I don't feel like it's fake hype. I feel like that's propaganda I would not be falling for. That is fake hype. I think he could definitely come in.
I mean, and I'm glad you brought that up. And I want to bring this to the panel, ladies. Do you guys notice that it is a huge difference with the quarterback, the veteran quarterback presence lately surrounding this young man? There's a huge difference here. So kind of, to me, that rings volumes to me as well. They want to see this guy just take off and be something special, because we need it here, y'all. This is year 60 for the Falcons. We need that quarterback. So what do y'all think about that, ladies? Miss Stina?
Well, y'all know how my relationship with 18 has gone for a long time. I've been playing fantasy football for over 15 years, and I've got the chance to see him just do my team so well. So with that comes experience. You played in the playoffs. You played against monster teams over your career. People don't understand what a transfer of knowledge could do. This isn't just for football. This is in life, period. So message, but being able to absorb like a sponge from somebody who definitely should be a teacher at this point, because he's getting paid that. So you should be out here teaching the children. But also like the knowledge that he's going to be able to give him, like, because he's thrown to somebody like Jet, what's his name? Justin Jefferson, who is good, even though I'm not trying to talk about no other team, but it's just being able to know that he has great experience that he could pass on to MV9. MV9 already has great experience underneath his belt college wise. And so if he's able just to take all that stuff in, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be, I smell Vic era. I don't know why. I smell, I don't know if he's going to be running like Vic, but I just smell, when we have a black quarterback, I just feel like things were different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was different when we had a black quarterback. It was the vibe was vibing. Yeah. So I'm just excited for him to just keep sucking up whatever Kirk Cousins is willing to spit out.
Yeah, and then Michael Vick and Matt Ryan and other coaches, quarterbacks from across the league. It's just a lot of people just feeling like, hey, I'm gonna pick up that phone. I'm gonna call this young man, because we see the potential in there. What about that, Miss Pam? How do you feel about just all that presence? That's just, he's absorbing all that in.
I feel it's going to benefit the offensive coordinator, Zach Harris, because his playbook is going to be wide open for this quarterback, and so I think that's the possibility. And he's a quarterback himself, and then you got Yates, who is a quarterback, and you got DJ Jones, who's a quarterback on the team. So he's got all these former quarterbacks on the field that could benefit him, So I think the sky's the limit for him this season.
I think so too. And I think he feels it too. So it's an exciting time for him, because he does have just a lot of, because even the fans, I think the training camp was so thick. It's because of this young man. Let's keep it real. They're excited to see what he's going to be capable of, and to have the players, the fans, the coaches, the former players, the media on his behind him like that. That's a lot to have on him. So he's in here just taking it all in and absorbing it. He said the whole league is about to get hung over the balcony and told our office hours are 9 to 5, Penix to Drake, Falcons by 20. I love it. And Miss Witt, you about this, Penix and his all the influences around him. How do you feel about that?
I feel like this is what's needed, because we know a lot of players have said they left on negative terms, different things like that. Necessarily, I feel like a lot of more players are coming around, and I don't know, maybe it's just a different thing in the air, but to have Mike Vick and to have Matt Ryan be able to mentor this young quarterback, because again, we've seen young quarterbacks get thrown into the fire, and some survive, some burn. And it's just that people kept talking about his age, people kept talking about his previous injuries, but I'm like, it's the NFL. It's completely different. And all we can do is see. But I mean, we have a black GM, we have a black head coach, and we have a black quarterback, QB1. If they can bring that Lombardi to this city,
oh, we partying.
everything is going to be shut down. But one thing I give, it really would. I definitely have to take the week off of work. But
I'm telling you,
I definitely would say that. Michael Penix. I believe Michael Penix is going to have a good year. I believe that, really honestly, that he's going to prove people wrong. Yeah. He's going to prove people wrong.
Absolutely. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we, got a lot of conversations out here, and I see the fans in the chat. Let me give us a couple more shout outs, but we're getting ready to go ahead and close this one out and give you guys your evening back. The spiral he throw is so beautiful. Penix about to turn up.
Yes, a beautiful throw.
It's a
beautiful. Jerome, he got a great arm.
We work old time. We worked at 9 and 8. Hey, that's right. And put some score predictions in the chat, people. Let's talk about the season. What are y'all looking at? Are y'all looking NFC South champions? Are you thinking a better season this year? What are your predictions, chat? I love to hear you talk about it. I'll put that in the chat. We're getting ready to go ahead and let's see. It's the same. Willie Beam, Zach Robinson. Is the Vic and Ice era combined? Athleticism, arm talent plus IQ. And I think Ms. Lauryn having some issues right there. But we're getting ready to get up out of here anyway. So I want to thank everybody that's just kind of been in the chat. Thank you, everybody. Monte Carlo is jumping in here. If you missed some of the episode, I definitely want you to reshare this, come back, rewatch it, leave some feedback. Okay. We have a black kicker too, Lenny Legs. I'm taking the rest of February off. Absolutely. And NFC champs, deep playoff run. Okay, I see the predictions right there. Yeah. Silk Legacy said our running backs, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, Bijan and Tyler. Absolutely, give the ball to Tyler. 10 and 7. Okay, at least. Somebody said 12 and 5.
12 and 5.
Okay. Go higher.
Yeah.
Let's take us to 11 and 6. I see some 11 and 6 repeatedly here.
Go higher. We're not doing no 11-6 ties. Remember what happened last season? Remember what happened last season with 11 and 6? No more 11 and 6 for us.
He bet $5K on us for 13 and 4, and another on us going 14 and 3. I get it. And Kevin O'Connor said playoffs, and the team nobody wants to play 11-6. So I love that. So on that note, I'm going to drop your link again, Ms. Lauryn, so everybody can find you. Just kind of let everybody know once again who you are. I'll put up your banner, and just in case some people are late to the game and not familiar with you, but now they will be because they're getting ready to jump into that link and follow you everywhere. Let everybody know about you once again, and what's upcoming for you. Where's your projects going? What's next?
So what's next is definitely with the season starting. I am trying to actually start like kind of a podcast type of thing. And start like interviewing fans, interviewing like other content creators like you guys, and just like bringing people on. And like, I definitely want to do interviews at like games, like before the game, after the game, like mini mic series. So that's definitely what's next. Hopefully the credentials.
You got 6. Well, there's more of us back here. So if you want to interview some of these knowledgeable ladies, here we are here.
Definitely, I definitely want to start using more like interviewing, journalism degree type of things into the content. So that's definitely what is next, especially with the season coming, and then also. Gonna start a travel series where I like travel to games. So that's gonna be fun too. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
And where people can find you again in case
you can find me on Instagram and TikTok, and both those are Quarters Reporter as well as YouTube, and then on Twitter, Lauryn Sage.
Okay, and you are more than welcome to come on here and just kind of get your feet wet a little bit with with your talking and being in the podcast spotlight and everything else, because we're live, so it's live interaction and kind of just get the feel of just how the fans feel about hearing what you have to say. They already follow you from your posts and blogs and things, vlogs and things, but now they get to actually speak to you and come on the shows. I think that's exciting. I love to see that we, women in sports are expanding. I'm getting confident in doing this because, hey, it was just me on this channel, just being the sole lady at one point with Atlanta Falcons Nation. So that's why I call myself the first lady. It was just nothing but guys. And I came on here. They used to critique me. She don't know what she's talking about. I used to do voiceover videos where I didn't show my face. They was basically like, well, we're not going to take you seriously. We can't see you. It's like, just listen to what I got to say.
Yeah.
But I started gaining more respect and people was like, oh, okay, well, you're for real then. And that's how we grew this channel. This is how the ladies came about, because it inspired other women to want to do it. And Miss Pam is the recruiter of everything. So she pulls amazing ladies. Miss Witt, everybody that's on here, we are, women, mothers, all of the above, school, whatever the case may be, as far as who you are and how you are a fan. I think it's just a diversity of different voices. We are the voice of the Atlanta Falcons fans. So with that being said, thank you, Lauren, for coming on with us.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any last thoughts?
We want to link up at the games, girl.
Yes, I will definitely be seeing you guys at the games.
Yes. And we will be, if you don't travel to all the games, I am trying to now I might actually kind of commit with the Dirty Bird Nest. They will be hosting away game parties if you don't travel a lot to all of the games. Where they're going to be coming together and watch the games together too. So I'll let you know. I'll put the word out there where we'll be. And of course, we can catch you in tailgating. We can catch you during the games and all of that. That'll be great to at least meet you in person someday. And then I asked the event we have always like a prep to the season. Normally it happens in July, so maybe next year you'll be able to be a part of that event with us. Okay,
for sure.
Well, it was a pleasure of having you.
Thank you.
The rest of your day. Everybody say you put her flowers in the chat, red and black.
Yes, definitely.
It was a blast, and you have
it
a
was.
wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a great night.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
So, okay, and
all right.
With that being said, lady, let's go ahead and just let's see what the fans are saying. Then we can go ahead and wrap this up. Hold on, I'm gonna go back here. Then I'm gonna let you guys, tell everybody where they can find you as well. Let's see here. What are y'all talking about here? I beat the ain'ts and the panties like they owe us money. What y'all in here wilding out in this chat? Are you ready? But it was it's an honor to have just passionate women on the show. She's very she's just she just breaks it down so well. It's just love to see other women that just has been passionate as much as we have been passionate about the game. And I'm glad that she's inspired to do a podcast and get out there. So you guys follow her, look out for her and everything else. And thank you guys for the recommendation for bringing her on. It was a pleasure. So Miss Pam, let's go ahead and close this on now. Last thoughts and where can they find you?
Okay. You can find me on here, and I'm on most of the social media Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I am definitely looking forward to this season. I think the 60th year will definitely bring something wonderful for us. And I'm looking, actually, my prediction is I think we're going to have home field advantage in the playoffs.
Okay.
So that's
yes.
So that's my prediction. I can't give you a specific record, but let's just say home field advantage throughout the playoff. That's my prediction.
Hey, I'll take that.
Look, and we was close. The Michelle Obama of the Falcons. Okay, what y'all talking about? Who y'all talking about? What's
First
up?
lady, that's you.
To my first lady, you.
You
Oh,
first lady.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I'm I owe it all to everybody that just are here to make this just amazing thing. So sometimes I don't even think about that. When I say it, I'm like, yeah, but it's a group effort. It's just everybody that gets behind me and believe in what I have, because my dream has always been to push women out there in sports. So it's when it comes together like this at the capacity of how many ladies it is, and they're just excited just to talk about it and join, and it's going to be a lot more women that we're going to interview. Speaking of, we got another one that's coming up. She's a super fan herself, and she's making her re-debut, the original OG Bird Lady. And I'll talk about that in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and let you close on out, Miss Stina B.
Yes. I'm going 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. I wanted to say 13-4, but I know that's probably sounding crazy. But I am truly excited for this season. It's been a minute,
Me too.
and for us to look so good on both sides, I'm trying not to jinx us, but I just feel so good right now. I know this feeling, and I, try to not talk about it too much. But I'm just really excited for like Friday to happen so we can see the rooks. And then it'll be September before we know it, guys. And we'll be knee deep in Falcon season. So looking forward to that. You guys can find me on all social media platforms at It's Stina B. And if you are in the Atlanta area, I have a show August 16th. So make sure you check out the flyer on Instagram or all social media and pull up on me. I hope y'all have a great night.
All right. Yes. That's Miss Comedian, Miss Funty ladies. So y'all go ahead and make sure y'all pull up to her show. I'll make sure I get a copy. Well, she sent me the flyer. You sure did. I'll make sure I post it on my social media platforms as well as the community tab of Atlanta Falcons Nation on YouTube. So
Thank you.
You got to remind me about some stuff sometime. My mind be all over the place.
It's all right, Miss Producer.
If we have a home playoff game, I'm getting me a ticket for the game. Absolutely. 12-5 sounds good.
I know that right.
With that. And Miss Whitney, thank you again for, just recommending that we have Miss Lauryn on the show. She was great and amazing. So shout out to you and the fans for also pushing and encouraging it. Let's wrap it up. Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Insta at Alluring Enigma 08. I be on X sometimes. That's Alluring_Enigma. And of course, I'm on Facebook, and that's just Whitney Jenkins. I'm about to say, don't be creepy now, but I'm so excited for this evening. I'm not going to put a prediction out there because I am superstitious, so I'm not going to put that out there. But I do believe we're going to be a playoff Brown team.
Okay, Miss Whittle. Everybody's in agreement that we're going to be seeing the playoffs, NFC South champs, playoff run. Yes, absolutely. So, on that note, guys, you already know where to find me. I'm your girl, Ms Maggie T Productions. I'm everywhere the place may be. I just did a podcast called The Candid Room last night. We was just talking about your tongue is a powerful tool. Basically, what you say out loud can mean a lot of things. So if you're negative about yourself, you're going to be negative. You stay positive, you're going to be positive. So, words are power. So also, we do have some upcoming interviews coming up. Speaking of, this lady joined us at the Red and Black event. Y'all know who she is, Miss Keisha, the Bird Lady.
Yes, ma'am.
She will be joining us on the panel very soon. I know she's been a busy lady because she's been in that video, the Magic City video, but we're really trying to, make sure we can coordinate and get her on the show because she has a story to tell. A lot of people get her confused with the fraud, and this is the original, the only one that y'all need to give a damn about. Okay,
she's the original one, y'all.
She has been there
original
since the 97-98 team, you guys. Like, she was the first person on the paper tickets. You remember those paper tickets? She was the bird lady on that ticket. Okay. Then something happened where you'll get the story about what happened where she did get ill and had to take a hiatus a little bit. And somebody decided, oh, let me flock my way in here and take the shine. Baby, that wasn't yours to take. Sweetie, sit it on down. But guess what? They set her ass on down anyway. All right. So on that note, we're gonna hear her story. It's gonna be her redemption tour. She'll be back out there just showing love, giving thanks to the fans, the ones that just kind of just rode with her from the beginning and never turned their back on her. Okay, so you guys get it right. This is Keisha, Bird Lady. Okay, get that in your head. Don't forget it. Okay. All right. On that note, people, thank you again. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and get your evening. And I have a 20-year-old's birthday today, so I have to go give her some more kisses and smooches before she go to bed. Look out for lunch. Her whole family came.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yes,
Happy birthday.
That makes me a little older, y'all. So I got to get over here and have me a cocktail.
I ain't going to tell you my age. I'm not going to tell you my age.
Oh, so, and if y'all want to send her some donations, look, Atlanta Falcons Nation, go ahead and throw us a couple of dollars, $20 here for her birthday. She'll appreciate that. As well as it goes also to the college, educators fund, where we're giving back supplies and things back to. And shout out to Chrissy that was having some crackling and stuff in her audio.
Frying chicken.
She was frying chicken and stuff. But it wasn't you this time. But shout out to her for also being on and also donating to that educators fund. I've been able to kind of give some of that to the educators so they can have what they're needing. So if you are an educator, reach out to me and let me know what you need and continue to donate. We do have a GoFundMe as well, and these proceeds are really going towards making sure they have what they need. Because I have to buy composition books and all that for my own children, because these teachers don't have it. So all right, well, thank you guys. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Karina. Happy birthday to my baby. Happiest birthday.
Good night.
And happy birthday to your daughter as well. They both have the same birthday. I think August 5th, if I believe right. Okay. See y'all Thanksgiving Eve. Okay. Good night, people, and we're out.
Good night. Bye.